Noah. Welcome to Philly.
Hey, thanks so much for having me. This is my first time in Philly.
You took the word. All right, so I have to go. Did you just get here, or did they take you through what you need to do here yet?
Well, I just got here.
Okay, so
That's for sure.
you need to get a cheesesteak.
Do you guys know about these like Chinese lanterns? Was there a Chinese lantern festival?
Yes, it was at the end of. I thought it was until over. I think it's over, isn't it?
Is
the
it
end
over?
of June. Is it?
I saw it
Okay.
today.
Oh,
In like,
okay,
like
so
we
it's
were
still
passing
open.
it. There's like all these like dragons and
Yes.
stuff. That thing looked magical. I bet it's really cool at night.
It is. It's amazing. So so the Chinese Lantern Festival. It's here every summer, so you could do that. But you got to get a cheesesteak. You got to go to Wawa. You got to go to Rita's Water Ice.
Let me stop you right there.
And then you have to run
Wawa is like, it's in Florida. We have a Wawa half a mile from my house, and I live there.
Ooh, look at you
It's
know
so
the Wawa.
good. But I
Where-
will say this, the Wawas here are much better, which is crazy because Wawas are the best in Florida. So you guys got something special going on up here.
It's the water. It's the water.
It's the water.
It's special water. And there's no gator meat in our stuff.
There you go.
Yeah. Wait, where in Florida?
So originally I'm from Minnesota, but we traveled a lot growing up. And,
Yeah.
And just like any good person, we left the cold. So we went down to Orlando.
You're in Orlando. Got it.
Yeah.
So are you a Vikings fan?
By trade, yes, but
Okay.
that's a sad thing to say because
gonna
they give it up every year.
I know. I was going to say, sorry, we beat you, but, you know.
Yeah, no, it doesn't surprise me at all. I've kind of like lost hope the last couple seasons here, but hopefully we get it back.
I mean, Minnesotans seem like they're nice people.
We have great cheese.
Right, there you go.
We
Right.
have cheese curds and cheese
And a lot of cold weather.
and a really big mall. It's great.
So
it's cool.
let's go way back to when you were a little baby in Minnesota. Well, not really baby. When did you get the music bug? When were you like, I love it, I want to do it? Like, when did you start to feel it?
That's a crazy question. I always knew from a little kid that I want to be an entertainer, and I didn't know what that was. And my parents were gracious enough on me to like always give me a chance to do different things.
What's
and
your
so
sign? When's your birthday? Like Chris
I'm an
Lane
Aquarius.
says. You're okay. Interesting. Okay, not necessarily. Okay.
And you're leaving me? We're the only ones in the room. You're leaving? Okay, cool. Never let go. Never let go, Jack.
Do you know the Chris Lane song where it's like, "What's your name? What's your sign? When's your birthday?" Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna I think we just connected on a deeper level right there. Yeah, no. So I don't even know what I was about to say. I was about to say something, but
When you knew that, like, you said you
My
always wanted to be an
music.
entertainer. Yeah.
Yeah, I always knew I was going to be an entertainer from a little kid because I was a goofball running around. And my parents were really cool and like helped me kind of decide what that looked like. I tried acting, I tried hosting, and I did some cool stuff. But when I found music, it was just different. When I was like in 6th grade, I was the kid who would sit on his computer and just like look at different songs and try to guess which ones were going to become hits and like try to feel it in my soul. And there was just something different about some songs. And I think part of that was because I started on radio. When I was like 11, Radio Disney in my hometown had this like kids concern show, and it was like where I got my start. Like that, I would just do this little like show on Saturday mornings, and it introduced me to that world. So when I left that and started just listening to music and understanding why some songs would go to radio and why some songs didn't, like I was fascinated by what songs were connecting. And I think that's probably the first time I can remember music was like, whoa, this is there's something different to this because I can do this for 10 hours a day and like nothing. It's
Well, yeah,
just
I mean,
so easy.
it's like, that's a hit. I always call it a first listen hit, right? When you hear a song for the first time, you're like, that's a smash.
And you don't know why it just feels like it.
You just know it's a hit. Yeah. And then there's some songs that become hits, and I'm like, never would have guessed that one. You know what I mean?
You can't
like,
get them all. You don't get them all.
But I totally get it. Are you a lyric person or a rhythm person? Like,
I'm both. You can't choose one or the other.
yes, you can. I'm not a lyric person. I don't even know half the time what the lyrics say.
It's about it makes you feel. Like that's
It's
what it
the
all comes
rhythm
down
that
to.
gets in me. You know what I mean?
I get you there.
Yeah.
I think music is power. Like, I mean, a movie can bring you to tears. It can change your perspective. It can change the way you talk or what you think of the world in 2.5 hours. But a song can do that in 2.5 minutes. And it doesn't even take your eyesight. It can happen in the car when you're driving down the road. And that's some serious power.
So what was the last song that made you cry?
Can't Help Falling in Love, Elvis Presley.
Really?
I just like that song in particular, like resonates with me so much. Like I don't know why I did this to myself, but I put it on my running playlist.
That's how I feel every time I run.
I don't know.
I'm in tears. I get you.
I don't know.
God, why am I doing this?
And maybe it was the fact that I was on like the home stretch and I was so excited to be done. But that song came on and I'm like coming right off of like Thunder by Imagine Dragons straight into that, and it's like, I can't do this, and it's just bad news. But it's such a powerful song. It just connects with me on such a deep level.
Yeah.
And music's a weapon, and like that's what's so cool about it, and that's why I'm so grateful to be in this industry. And it's how it makes you feel. That's what's so special.
Yeah. When I'm running, I need a song that says like, shake your ass, because then you'll be done quick. You know what I mean? Like.
When I was a little kid, I'll tell you the one that got me running the fastest was "She's Country" by Jason Aldean.
Oh yeah.
There was something about that like electric line that I was on the treadmill. I turned that crap up to 6, and I was flying, man.
So since we're on music, what is there a song that you're obsessed with right now, or an album that you're like that you can't stop listening to?
Anything Old Dominion puts out, I can't stop
so
listening
good.
to.
Talk about hits.
I love them.
Oh
Old Dominion's great, but I mean, if I was gonna pick a whole record that's just kind of blowing my mind right now,
I jam out to Hotel Key like it just was released last week. You know what I mean?
I aspire to be Hotel Key. Like as far as a songwriter, just the vibe of that song is so easy-go-lucky and light and fun, and like I want to write songs like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A lot of times I'll look at like artists like them or Thomas Rhett, and I'll be like, wow,
yeah,
like they've just got an essence about them where they can make the girl feel like a princess, make the guy feel like a man, and make everybody feel like their family. And like I want to do that with my music.
Yeah, no, that's actually I like upbeat, fun music, so like I totally get that. So, but there's not like one song that you like are playing on repeat at this moment.
I feel like that's every day for me.
Really?
Always changes. Every single day there's a new song that I'm just trying to kill.
At what point do you like stop down and like try to figure out your own sound? Do you like take breaks, or is it just when you feel it?
Yeah.
Like, oh, okay.
That's a great question. I don't think I've ever been asked that, but like I literally have a playlist on my phone, or sometimes I'll screenshot it if I'm listening to like the radio, or I'll take a picture, whatever it was. Sometimes I'll like hear it and Shazam it in a restaurant, but whenever something makes me feel something, like I have to stop and I have to screenshot it or whatever it is and add it to a certain folder on my phone that I call inspiration. Cool, and then I go back to it later and kind of try to decide why it made me feel that way, and then I see how that fits into what I'm doing.
That's cool. And it makes sense. And it's good that like what you're doing is from the heart. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That like you're trying to figure out like, why do I feel this way? And then how do I make other people feel that way through my music?
That's it. Like, and you guys will see this when I play you guys a few songs, but like to me it's all about sharing experiences. And like what's so cool about music is it just brings us all together as one family, because we all experience the same things in a different light. So it's kind of my job to bring us all kind of together and all of us to connect these songs, or at least a lot of us to connect these songs in different ways. And I love music for that.
Yeah.
You know?
Do you run it by your friends or your family?
Heck yeah.
And are they honest? Or like, oh, honey, it's so good? Or are they like this? I think you need to work on that a little more.
Well, you know, there are the yes people, but I'll tell you some of the people that I actually go to because they give me the real answer. My sisters play no games.
Yeah.
Yeah, they tell me straight up. It doesn't matter what I'm wearing. It doesn't matter what the music sounds like, how much money I spent on trying to make it cool. Like, they will tell me the truth straight up. They don't play no games. And the other person is my grandma.
Yeah. That's the best thing about being old. You just don't care. You
just
you can say whatever
stop
you want.
caring. So if I've got their opinions right, then I think I've got something special.
Yeah. You're like, all right, well, I think I might be able to make something of myself here because Grandma says so.
Because Grandma said. Yeah.
Now, are they all in Florida still?
Yeah, most of them are in Florida, but we have a ton of family up in Minnesota
still.
too.
Okay, so everybody's both.
Yeah.
But this is awesome. So thank you for coming and hanging out with us.
Thanks.
I knew you and I could chit-chat way longer, but we'll let you play some music, which is why everybody's here. But tell everybody how to follow you on the socials.
So my name is Noah Schnacky, and I promise you, if you look up that name, it is the only Noah Schnacky you will find on the internet. Because nobody else has that last name. The name is Noah and then Schnacky. And like, I'm on all socials. You can find me. I sit on there just to respond to fans and do whatever I can to kind of get in the lives of the people who are changing.
And you have a lot of followers.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of a crazy story. I'm really old-fashioned with that stuff. Like, I heard from Scott Bruschetta, actually, if you shake 1 million hands, you'll make 1 million fans. And there's no shortcuts to that. So like in a day and age where we have social media, what that kind of looks like to me is is DMs and direct messaging people or commenting underneath something that they posted. When they go out of their way for you, just like responding back to them. And that one-to-one combat is old-fashioned. And
so basically, you're saying
new-fashioned
it's okay to slide into people's DMs. You heard it here
Usually-
first. Okay, he's being very sweet about it. I just went the other way.
Well, no. What's funny about it is like these people, when I started posting covers when I was 16, 17, and I was just kind of getting rolling, would just say something nice underneath, and I would respond, and then I would see that their friends would respond to me too to see if it was like fake,
Right.
because not a lot of people do it.
Right.
And so when that happened, I realized that I could kind of scale that, and if I kept doing that, I could turn 5 into 10 into 100 into 1,000. And before I knew it, I was responding to thousands of DMs every single night from 16 till 21.
Yeah.
And that was before we released any music. And then when we had about 500,000 followers on Instagram, that was the first time we were like, okay, these people are all following us because I'm an artist and I have no music out. So
Yeah.
it's time to release the first song.
It's what happened to Shawn Mendes. It's the exact same thing. You know what I mean? So like you'll be selling out arenas very soon. That's basically that's how we wrap it up here, folks.
You heard it
You'll
here
be
first.
selling out the 2 nights at the Wells Fargo Center next summer. You'll be like, Sean who?
No,
You'll be like,
no.
because Noah's here. What?
Well, he's a super talented dude. I hope one day I get to do something crazy like that.
All right, go play, because I could ask 9 more questions, but I won't. Play music. Thank you.